I've been playing Contra since the very first Contra on the NES, and I've played every single Contra game that's ever released. There's been some highs and there's been some lows, but now that I've demoed the new Contra, Operation Galuga, I'm confident this is going to be a high for the series, and I hope by the end of this video, you'll have the same confidence I do in giving Konami another chance after their last game, Contra Rogue Corps, crashed and burned. So without further ado, here are my initial impressions. I think most important is it feels and sounds just like the original Contra. There's a story and arcade mode. Based on the one level I played, the story mode gives a little bit of a backstory, which is really cool. It sort of reminds me of how Way Forward, who is the developer, added some story elements to the game Ducktales Remastered, which is definitely one of my favorite games as well. One thing that's cool is you can play with a health bar or choose to play the classic one-hit kill. It's up to you. On top of that, there is an easy, normal, and hard mode. Easy mode is recommended for people new to Contra, and normal is for Contra veterans. Hard mode, I don't know what you would call that. Pressing the R2 button holds your ground, allows you to stop and shoot your gun aiming in any direction. I like this because it gives you way more control over aiming and firing your weapon. So that is a nice new addition. All the classic weapons are back. For instance, like the fire weapon is a weapon that I didn't really care for in the past, but now it's really cool. It's actually more of like a flamethrower type weapon, and it kind of actually reminds me of using the flame whip in Simon's Quest. I know it's kind of a deep cut for some of you. Weapons now have levels, for example, so I was able to acquire a level 2 machine gun, which was really cool. Another nice change is that you have 2 weapon slots at all times. For example, I have the flamethrower and a level 2 machine gun. If I press R or L1, I can swap weapons at any time. Sometimes choosing a different weapon is better for a different scenario. Another cool feature is that if you collect the same weapon that you have equipped, your weapon will then be upgraded to a level 2 weapon, and it really feels like a 2x upgrade. For example, my level 2 flamethrower distance doubled, or my level 2 spread gun fires twice the amount of bullets. Another new thing is they have an overload weapon function for an AoE attack, but you lose your weapon. So the demo made you do this, and I thought it was pretty awesome and will certainly be useful during boss fights, and of course when you encounter heavy enemy attack, and as we all know, that happens a lot in Contra. Another cool thing, guys, is you can climb walls, you can hang on ledges, etc. Very similar to Contra 3, the Alien Wars. They have a new dash button, which really helps you to, of course, dodge enemy attacks. I found myself using it quite a bit once I got used to it. Every single character can double jump. There's new perks as well. So new perks to equip before each level. So each character has a special perk ability that you can choose to activate, like a longer dash, jumping higher, hover ability, and a grapple ability for pro protectors only, and limited invulnerability when dashing with Bill. European fans will be really happy to see that pro protectors have made it into the game as playable characters, and they have really cool perk abilities that are unique to them, such as the hover and grappling ability. The hover ability feels really OP, but in a good way, sort of like selecting Princess Toadstool in Super Mario Bros. 2 kind of good way. Another cool thing is they have environmental hazards now, like huge boulders that you have to dodge when climbing up the waterfall stage. Another cool thing is when you complete the demo, a message appears stating that because you completed the demo, you will receive a special bonus when you play the full game. So I will be curious to see what kind of bonus we get. When it comes to the game's sound, guys, it sounds like we're going to be able to enjoy a reworking of the original soundtrack. It's very truly original, but sounds even better since it's no longer being played on a 8-bit NES cartridge. When you pause the game or when you die, Way Forward chose to use the same exact sound effects we all remember from the NES and Super Nintendo. So I really love those nostalgic touches that you can always count on from Way Forward. Graphically, I think the game looks really good for what Way Forward is clearly trying to set out to achieve. It's like an HD 2D Contra, which I'm pretty sure That's all we've ever wanted as Contra fans, and it is running at a smooth 60 frames per second. After completing the demo today, I can undoubtedly say that I will be buying the new Contra. I was already planning on it, not because I am a huge Contra fan, which I am, but because WayForward is the developer, and I haven't played one bad game yet from WayForward. To me, they are one of, if not the best at reviving old franchises while always paying respect and homage to the original. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of the video. I'll be back with my full Contra review in a few weeks when the game releases on March 12th. Let me know in the comments section if you plan on playing the demo or picking up Contra for yourself. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. Thank you guys. Hope you all have a wonderful day. What's up guys? If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button as it helps me out a ton. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Over here to the left, you can find all my social media info, or just remember to search for ThunderSteve85. As always, thank you guys for tuning in, and remember, you're never too old to play video games.